Alright, good morning guys, guten Morgen. So today is day one of my German challenge. I have my trusty Berlitz self-teach book that I gotta do 8 pages a day. I have an empty notepad here that I will be going through. And I guess we'll just see how this goes. I have no idea. I have not started a new language in a very long time, so I'm actually kind of excited. I have failed a little bit on the immersion, somewhat guilty. I was in the gym this morning. Again, the entire goal of this is to use the AGATT method, all German all the time. And I was listening to a little bit of English music, kind of indulge myself a little bit, but we're back on track, and I'll be very excited to see how this goes. So I will keep in touch, and we'll see what happens. So, I guess a couple glaring problems right now as I start Übung number, what is one? Ein, I think, something like that. I'm going to have to figure out how to say all this, by the way. I'm assuming that Übung or whatever means lesson. First thing, I'm going to need to learn the alphabet, so I'm probably going to watch a few videos on that. And the first thing, the entire purpose of Berlitz is through immersion, but the drawback of that is I really don't have too many grammar rules. So with that being said, right off the bat, there is der, die, and das, and der is masculine, die is feminine, and das or neuter. I don't think it's telling me what the difference between each three of those are, so I'm going to have to figure out or look at some sort of lesson to figure out the difference between what makes a masculine, a neuter, and a feminine noun. And let me see real quick here. It's definitely not like it is in Russian. So in Russian, if it ends with a constant, it is usually, like 99% of the time, a masculine noun. It does not seem like that is necessarily the case here. So what is it? Der is masculine. Die's feminine. Yeah, so die Shachtel, die Feder. Those would be in Russian masculine. Definitely does not seem like that is the case here. So once I get up to page 8, I have 1 lesson, 2 lessons, holy crap. I have 3 lessons I have to do today, and I guess to fill in the blanks between the lessons, I have about an hour and a half before I have to run off to work, actually about a little bit over than an hour. So I'm going to try to rush any words that I don't know right now, which is literally every single word, I am putting into my Anki deck. Again, I said in my first video, lesson 0, or day 0 I should say, that I'm going to try to Anki through all this and just keep up with that every day. It's going to be a little more difficult than I thought just because I'm kind of starting from scratch here. I don't even know the basic grammar rules at all, and this book doesn't really go through them very much. So we'll see what happens. Obviously, I mean, some of the words here are pretty simple. You'd expect that for the first lesson, but we will see. I will see you at the end of the day and let you know what happened. Alright, what is going on, guys? So, day number 2. I'm pretty tired, did not sleep as much as I wanted to last night. Been really far behind today, and honestly, I haven't really gotten too much done. So, got my 8 pages done yesterday. I guess first thoughts about German. It is a very strange language. Obviously, it's foreign. I didn't really know what I expected. Alphabet is somewhat similar to English. There are these weird letters called Übungs or something like that. I did watch some videos on the alphabet. There's just a few different letters. Pronunciations are different. It's not die, by the way. It's D. I didn't know that. That's how you pronounce it. Got my first 20 Anki cards in there, and I guess I'll do 20 more today. 20 a day, that's the goal. By the time I go over to Germany, I should have like 3,500 cards or something, which should give me a good base to go off of. But yeah, that is pretty much it. Nouns get capitalized, which I find very strange. And the conjugations, at least for the gender, the masculine, the neuter, feminine, all that, I find to be a pain in the butt. especially compared to Russian, which kind of shocks me. I thought German would be a bit easier. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'm going to get back to studying, and I guess I will give you an update probably some point tomorrow. Alright, what is up guys? Day 3. So like normal, I am falling behind, and I still have 8 pages to go, and I have 20 words to go, and I have like 30 minutes to do it before I go to work. So lucky me, I will get started real quick, and yeah, we'll see what happens. It's definitely interesting. The conjugations are just weird. I guess the entire language I just find very weird. But again, new language, it's foreign. We'll see what happens. Anyway, I'm gonna get to it. Guten Morgen. What is going on, guys? So I am gonna stop saying the number of the day. It is December 12th, because I will forget otherwise if I do. And yesterday was hectic. I was not able to get through my 8 pages during the day. I actually skipped going to the gym this morning, which kind of pisses me off. It's very tough, realistically, when you're taking 10 credit hours and you are working 50 plus hours a week. It's manageable, but it is very difficult. I'm not going to lie about that. So I had to skip the gym this morning. I slept in later than I should have. Yeah, that's pretty much it. During break at work, I did finish the 8 pages. I got hit Anki today, and then I will get to the next 8 pages. I do really like this Berlitz book, by the way. It's something that I didn't really know what to expect. The way they introduce the grammar, they don't teach you what the grammar rules are. They just slowly introduce new grammar chapter by chapter, and you just kind of pick it up as you go. Again, just the way you naturally learn English, the exact same manner. And I actually kind of like that. This weekend, I do have some things that I am going to look up, some questions for my reading. So how adjectives work, I want to remember the alphabet like very well. It's pretty much the English alphabet plus a few extra letters, so it's not like learning Russian. The different genders and nouns, I think I already covered this. Again, it's not like Russian. I'm making coffee right now, I don't know if you can hear that. I got to finish up the numbers, all the colors. I will say pronunciation's a bit easier than learning Russian. It doesn't have like weird or sounds like that. Yeah, it's just gonna be weird with the conjugations. I just don't like. In Russian, I can just look at the end, and if it's consonant or a vowel, you pretty much know what the gender is, and that's not necessarily the case in German at all. But yeah, it's not going as bad as I thought it would be. It's definitely a lot more strange than I thought it was going to be, I can tell you that, but we are definitely underway and definitely on track to get that book knocked out before my actual class, German class, starts next semester, which should be a walk in the park after doing all this, but I'll keep you updated. I am more worried about becoming fluent, or conversational at least, than I am about just learning a bunch of grammar rules and just skating through German 1. Really don't give a crap about that. And yeah, I'll keep you updated with what happens. But in the meantime, I'm going to get my Anki and get my 8 pages done, and I will keep you posted on the next update what happens. Guten Abend. So what is going on, guys? That is the conclusion of my first week. If you notice, I skipped right past days 5 and 6. The reasoning for that is kind of self-induced. I had some work party thing on Friday. I was going to do it after I got home, and I ended up just falling asleep. 100% my fault. No excuses. Same thing Saturday. Just got distracted. I'm definitely going to need to be a lot more disciplined to do this challenge. So when I first started doing my, Russian immersion, everything was a lot easier because I was laid off, was during COVID. I was just fresh out of school, just got a job, and as soon as I did, pandemic kind of happened. But anyway, though, I had pretty much all day just to do nothing but Russian. I mean, and that's all I did, and it was easy. Obviously, working full time now, being, almost a full time student, I don't have that opportunity anymore. And the entire reason I'm doing this is because most of the viewers here don't have that opportunity either. So it's kind of hard to be inspirational when me, myself, who's trying to be the one, inspiring everyone, is even missing days, which is absolutely pathetic. There's no excuses for it. And anyway, so my plan is 20 Anki cards a day. I'm going to have a standard of what I post for every video every week. And I'll have my Anki stats at the end of the video. And that way you can basically see what I'm going through, and I might do little progress checks like I'm doing right now here. Basically, end of week 1, what do I understand? I somewhat understand that there are cases. I really don't know how to use the cases. Die, der, das. I somewhat understand. I have a list down of when to use them, when not to use it, but I haven't used them enough to necessarily understand, 90% of the time which one to use. I know some of the basic words from the beginning of the book that I have. I've been doing 8 pages a day. Again, I will have like a stats line at the end of every video saying what page I'm at. And that's pretty much it. I definitely need to get a lot more into it for sure. Again, the Anki is just a supplement. The main way I'm going to be learning this is through immersion, and that's something I need to get better on my game at. I keep on getting distracted. I get home and, I'm just going to watch a YouTube video, which is fine, but it can't be in English. Deutsch. Only Deutsch. So definitely something I need to work on myself. Again, this is just kind of the week 1 update. I will say for the weekends, though, just because I have more spare time, I'm going to be cramming grammar. So I'm only doing 20 new words a day. I should have more than ample time. Anything in my Berlitz book, which I don't understand, by the end of the week, I'll write down everything like, hey, adjective conjugations or articles or whatever it may be, and I will try to cram, and you saw me right before me filming this video, the preceding video, it's basically me cramming all the grammar rules that I learned throughout the week into the weekend, and that's kind of what my plan is. So weekend grammar, vocabulary every single day, and immersion every single day. So that's my first week, and I will see you next week on my weekly update. Thank you for watching.